From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
I'm Jonathan Amberian at the state capitol. Members of
I'm Kristen Merkel in Three Forks, where I talked to fallen trooper David DeLate's father as people gather to remember his son that passed 12 years ago.
6:30 on this Friday. Chet Lehman, Matt Elwood with you here. Jonathan Amberian has more to talk about than just giving us his name. Yeah,
I'm Jonathan. I'm Matt.
I'm Chet. And that's all we need to know at this point.
It's Friday. That's what
Friday.
we do know. And we do know that you need to leave some extra time this morning.
Yep.
It's stopped snowing for the most part across to move. There's also a lot of ice, very cold conditions. Temperature right now 0 in Butte, and most of the area dealing with single digits or low teens for early morning temperatures as our skies are trying to clear. For the most part, the snow is gone. We may still have a few isolated snowflakes from time to time, but really not anything that's going to add anything to the already fallen snow that's going to be of any consequence. Beautiful morning if you look outside, but as you step outside, it's frigid. Temperatures only into the 20s. It's going to take some time this morning to get out the door, get off to work. So please just leave some extra time and leave some extra break room as you're driving. We'll talk more about road conditions and much more in just a little bit.
All right, thank you, Matt. 6:31, our top story this half hour. A state commission wrapping up 4 days of work with hopes of making significant progress on Montana's plan for new state legislative districts. MTN senior political reporter Jonathan Amberian shows us where the commission will go from here.
On Thursday, Montana Districting and Apportionment Commission members from both parties offered new maps in hopes of reaching consensus on a tentative plan for state house districts. They got a lot closer, but still remained split at the end, leaving the chair to make a decision on how to move forward.
I think I've heard a lot from you guys as to what you think the problems are with the map and what's good about the map. I need to have public comment from the public to figure out what that is.
Chair Maylin Smith voted to advance the Democrats' proposal for public comment, saying it did a better job of meeting the commission's criteria, but she stressed this is only a first step. The two parties' proposals were much closer than previous maps had been, especially in places like Butte, Whitefish, Ravalli County, and tribal areas. But by Thursday afternoon, commissioners said they still couldn't reach a consensus. Republicans objected to how Democrats' map divided up several large counties.
Your map doesn't have one Republican seat or in Missoula County, nor even the possibility of a competitive Senate seat there.
But Democrats said the GOP proposal still advantaged Republicans statewide.
I mean, if we had made the map more compact and flipped some seats red, then you'd be on board. But if we make the map more compact and it's still fair, then that's a hang-up and a problem for you.
As I said, the commission is very interested in getting public comment on this tentative map. You can find a full-scale interactive map to get a better look at it online. There's a link on our website. The public will have a chance to comment in person here at the state capitol or online Saturday, December 10th in a public hearing. In Helena, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.
All right, thank you very much, Jonathan. Meantime, at 6:33, we have an update on a story we've been following for a while here on Montana This Morning. Montana Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Parks has euthanized a moose, which attracted a lot of attention while it was living within the Billings city limits. FWP says the moose was in poor health, struggling to walk. Moose had been in the Magic City for more than a month in the 17th and Colton area. FWP was hoping it would make its way out of town. However, it was determined this week the animal was too unhealthy for successful relocation. They do believe the moose was being fed, potentially leading to its declining condition, but a full necropsy is planned to determine the true cause behind his poor health. Well, it's been 12 years since MHP trooper David DeLate was shot and killed while conducting a traffic stop near Three Forks. His father and community members gather at his memorial every year to remember the fallen trooper. MTN's Kristen Merkel reports on steps being taken to keep such deadly encounters from happening again.
David DeLate of Montana Highway Patrol gave the ultimate sacrifice 12 years ago. His father and dozens of others have gathered at his memorial to remember their beloved trooper.
He was 23 years old when he was killed, but he started his career when he was about 21 years old. He was a hard-working kid, and a likable kid.
David DeLate was shot and killed during a traffic stop on December 1st, 2010. Trooper DeLate served Montana Highway Patrol for 2 years. He died at 23 years old. His father, Danny, established a memorial as a way to remember his late son.
I wanted these officers to be remembered a little bit more than just their name on the wall.
MHP Sergeant Jay Nelson worked with Trooper DeLate. He says he was an exceptional addition to the force.
He was always eager to go out and to work and to do better. And he had such a bright future ahead of him.
Every year, members of MHP and the community gather at the memorial to remember DeLate, but also to remember fellow fallen troopers.
It was their duty to serve. It's our duty to remember.
Sergeant Nelson says MHP works hard to train its troopers to prevent encounters like DeLate's from happening.
We have a program called Deadly Encounters, where we put young troopers as well as old troopers every year back into scenarios just like the scenario that David faced.
And Danny DeLate couldn't be more appreciative of the love and support the community has shown for his late son.
The support we have in this community, the surrounding community, the law enforcement community, it's just unbelievable.
In Three Forks, Kristen Merkel, MTN News.
All right, 6:36 now. Many businesses still struggling to find workers. Now, Newsy national correspondent Bianca Fascini explores a new workforce phenomenon, quick quitting.
The trends in the workplace are still emerging after the pandemic.
The pandemic has seen a massive shift in the U.S. labor market, much of it driven by people quitting their jobs in what's become known as the Great Resignation.
And then we heard about Americans showing up to work, but not putting in their best effort.
They call it quiet quitting. We've reported on the suddenly popular work trend. Doesn't actually involve quitting at all, just doing a lot less. Like working overtime? No thanks. Late night emails? Ignore those.
Now we're in the days of quick quitting, the new workforce phenomenon where unhappy workers are more comfortable quitting their jobs sooner rather than waiting a year, once seen as a standard amount of time to hold on to a job. The short tenure rate, or STR, measures the fraction of positions that were held for less than a year. A LinkedIn study found STR is up almost 10% in the past year. The art and recreation industry is seeing this the most, according to the findings. And that same study found many workers say they're still confident in the labor market despite economic uncertainty and are searching for better jobs. But exactly why Americans are leaving jobs earlier than in the past can't be pinned down to one reason. Paige Wimay, a finance professor at the University of North Carolina, says, quote, "When you look at the jobs that are having trouble hiring, it's the ones with really long hours, inflexible schedules, not great pay, and limited benefits." She says that applies to quick quitters, too. According to Forbes, another reason is understaffing in the workplace. Take Bruno's Kitchen in Yorktown, Virginia. The restaurant just north of Norfolk went from having 6 employees in the evening to just 2.
We've had to make amends. We only open for lunch now. I would love to open for dinner. I just can't feasibly do it at this point.
Other reasons are workers want more money. According to Forbes, workers are searching for higher paying jobs to fight off inflation and higher prices. At the end of September, there were 10.7 million open jobs, with more than 6 million unemployed Americans. And as employees' attitudes shift, Forbes claims they're prioritizing their physical and mental health. As a result, they're less likely to stay at a job with a poor work-life balance. According to one study by magazine MIT Sloan Management Review, the top reason some workers left their job was a toxic work culture, which is 10 times more likely to contribute to an employee leaving their job than compensation. As the new ways of the workforce emerge, employers are left with the same equation: keep employees motivated and not become part of the latest trend. Bianca Fascini, Newsy.
All right, 6:39, time for a break here on Montana This Morning. We come back.